You're watching CBT News official coverage of the New York Automotive Forum hosted by NADA, JD Power, and New York International Auto Show.
Hey everyone, we're on location here at the New York Auto Forum, which is hosted by NADA, JD Power, and the New York International Auto Show. And look who I have with me, Mr. Mark Schienberg, who is the president of the Greater New York Automobile Dealers Association, a good friend of CBT News. Congratulations on pulling all of this off. I know that you're probably a little nervous today, right, as we go into the auto show?
Yeah, but, every year you start to wonder exactly how it's going to come off and all the different things that occur on it. It's so good when you wake up in the morning, you walk in and the coffee's set up and people are ready to come in.
And you're like,
yeah,
we did it. We did it.
So it's such a wonderful event, especially the industry days, because you see so many people from the industry, new and old, that are all sort of here together to learn more about what's going on.
That's right, that's right. There was a period of time a few years ago where people and manufacturers started saying, well, we don't really know about an auto show. How relevant are they? And we in retail automotive were like, what are you, crazy? That is like the impetus behind people going into the stores, right? I mean, that's almost the step before the showroom in a lot of cases.
Well, and what's amazing, this is a really special time for us because it's the 125th anniversary of the New York Auto Show. Which is where it all got started in Brooklyn, on there with a couple of retailers that said, hey, we got this new industry that we're doing. How do we tell the public about it? Lo and behold, they came up and said, why don't we hold an exhibition? And that's really where it all got started. And the first event was in the old Madison Square Garden.
Oh my gosh.
And there were 67 manufacturers of cars.
67?
Which is more than today. And
wow.
You go, and a lot of the manufacturing, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, a lot of the manufacturing of automobiles actually got it started in the metro New York area.
I didn't know that.
It was in Queens, a big part of it, and Connecticut and New Jersey on it. So really got its start here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so when we celebrated our 100th anniversary, which is now 25 years ago, we did an exhibition in the Museum of New York City of how the automobile industry has really transformed the city, society, how we think about travel and so forth. So it's got this just amazingly rich history. And it's all around an auto show where the public comes every year to take a look at the exciting products.
No question about it. I went with my family. My father and I would go, and it was just kind of like a tradition, you know. And we looked forward to it. And lo and behold, my father was a full laydown when it came to new cars, you know. So he would go out and buy a new car, you know, every 2 or 3 years. And it started at the auto show, though. Yeah, really something.
I remember Jim Press, when he was the head of Toyota, actually said one time, he says, when things got a little tough, you know, he came to the auto show and taking a look at all the young kids and go, that's a turn, that's a turn, that's a turn, meaning that's going to be a future buyer.
That's right.
On it.
That's
and
right.
It's true.
That's right. No question. It starts there. America's love affair with the automobile, you know, and the auto shows feed that in a very big way, don't they? They're essential.
Yeah, they are. And listen, we've gone through some strange times, for sure. Coming out of COVID was a real challenge. It was a challenge for people actually attending, you know, events with a lot of people around. It was a challenge for some of the manufacturers to really gear back up. And still we're working on that. It's a work in progress on it. But when you take a look at the 2025 Auto Show this year, the show is completely full with exhibitions and manufacturers that are there. So it's really something that, even through whether it's World War II when we had to shut down for the military efforts on there, or COVID again for the pandemic, the auto shows are still here, automobile dealers are still here, the industry is still moving forward, and it's playing a key role.
That's right. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the T word, which is tariffs. You know, that's got everybody nervous right now in retail automotive and wholesale automotive for that matter. Do you think that the domestic brands are feeling a little bit better right now, because there may be consumers that go, hey, maybe President Trump's right, we should buy American, you know?
Yeah, listen, I think if the concept of trying to get manufacturing back in the country is part of the point of this thing, I think that's an important one. I think the industry's been doing that for years, and a lot of manufacturers have been developing it, but that's important to develop jobs in the United States. But this is also a global business.
Yeah.
I mean, we have partners all over the world, and that's
right.
part of
That's
it.
right.
Everybody has an expertise.
Yep.
So you learn to be able to work in this global environment on it. Will there be winners and losers to some extent if these tariffs continue to go through? There will be on it. But it's all about affordability. And when products are less affordable,
Right.
consumers are really
Right.
in the driver's seat, if you will,
Yeah.
in making those decisions of whether to buy it or not.
That's right.
How this is going to pan out and all work out,
Yeah.
I think is what this conference is all about,
That's
is
right.
to
That's right.
kind of dissect that,
Yeah.
try to figure it out. But even the best economists
Yeah.
are also going, we don't know. We're going to have to
don't
take
know.
it step by step.
That's right. That's right. What are you hearing? What's the consensus from your dealer body? Are they in favor? Are they supporting the president? Are they angry with him? What's
Well, I think most of them are hiding under the table until it's all over. So
that's a good way to put it.
because we just don't know exactly
Sure.
what it's all going to mean. Listen, I think there's a sense that the intent is the right intent. Bring
Right.
manufacturing back in.
Sure.
We should have an even playing field as much as possible. The process in which this is going about, I think we just need to wait and see how it's going to work out.
Yeah, yeah. We came off of an incredible March, which led to a pretty decent quarter for the first quarter in 2025.
Yeah.
Do you think that will continue? You think we'll see that throughout the summer?
I don't think it'll be as strong. I mean,
Okay.
I think there was about 150,000 extra vehicle sales in the month of March because people were
Yeah,
trying to get in
concerned.
under the wire
Yeah.
before the tariffs hit.
Right.
At some point, again, there's only so much vehicles on the ground before
Right.
the tariffs are affected by the tariffs.
Yeah.
So whether it's 60, 90, or 120 days, we don't know.
Right.
And when that changes, at some point, you're going to have to start bringing in vehicles.
Sure, sure.
And
We've already begun to see the ads on TV and heard them on radio and social media that we've got a lot full of tariff-free cars.
right, right.
Are we
right.
gonna? Are they? I think dealers are. Boy, you give them a crisis and they see a huge opportunity.
Well, like we were saying before, they're great retailers
They really
on
are.
it, and I think it's rubbed off a little on
Yeah.
me because we were discussing in our office a couple of days ago whether we should have a 25% free tariff auto show ticket.
That's a great idea.
So we think it would catch on.
That's great. That's great. Well, man of the hour right now, Mark Schienberg, president of the Greater Automobile Dealers Association, Greater New York Automobile Dealers Association. You got your hands full. Congratulations on what I'm sure is going to be another incredible show. And we wish you the best of luck. And if we can help you here at CBT News, we stand ready to do that.
Thank you for being part of this.
Absolutely.
Great asset.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.
Take care.